time for the ride home in ENC.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
This is your 5 o'clock drive with Patrick Johnson.
Holy mackerel!
More news, more interviews, more ECU stories than you can shake a stick at. Hey, stop shaking that stick. This is the Patrick Johnson Show.
Pirates win! Pirates win!
On 94.3 The Game.
All right, hello again, everybody, and welcome to Tiebreakers. It is the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game, live edition, as we rock and roll here on a now sun emerging from the sky for Monday afternoon. Very autumn-like. And, hey, how about that? A little sun after what was kind of a dreary weekend. Great P-Man here with you. The fifth favorite, I'm everybody's fifth favorite host on 94.3 The Game. The fifth favorite.
Fifth?
Yeah. I'm everybody's fifth favorite. All right, and Philip the Ref Pilkington looking quite enthused after his Carolina Panthers knock off the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
It was fun walking out of the stadium. There wasn't as much energy from the Cowboys faithful. I don't know if they were disappointed or upset as much as they were disappointed.
What was
they're
the
not
crowd
going to the
split?
playoffs. Where we were, because we're on kind of the side coach of the Cowboys bench, it was probably 60-40. I'd say throughout the entirety, 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Panther fans at least showed up.
Some.
Some sold their tickets. You could have sold your tickets to that game and probably paid for your season tickets if you were a Panther season ticket holder.
So 2 years ago, you could have.
Mm-hmm. Not this year?
Because they've now came 3 years in a row, it's kind of hurt the value.
It's died down a little. I got you.
So
you still could have made some money, though.
Still could have made some money, but my dad was nice when my mom and sister decided not to go, and texted me and said, "You can invite Parker. You know, Parker Eason.
Okay, yeah.
Is a Cowboys fan. He goes, you can invite Parker and his wife." So they got to come.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, good. Game week, of course, and another shortened game week. If we're doing it from right now, it will be East Carolina and Tulsa on the night of the Boneyard. I tell you what, if it is fall break, I hate to see it if it were not, because the traffic today was brutal.
It took me to get like 25 minutes to get here from the station.
You know, it is about this time of year, I guess it becomes pumpkin spice season, so a lot of the wives and girlfriends and working moms and all that
Are driving to Starbucks more than they already do.
They're all over the place, and they're in the way, and they're going making target runs. This is all very chauvinistic, and I'm casting a light on a certain group of people. But that was generally the nature of the driver in the oversized Suburbans and vehicles.
It probably was.
And there's just no urgency to get there, because I guess nothing was on sale. If there was, then there would be some urgency to get there.
Yeah, you're right. The truth is it's Columbus Day, and I think a few people had it off. But
very few.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head more than I did.
All right, let's jump in. We got to get to Jim Szoke, so let's do a top five. Here are the top five stories at 5 o'clock. We do it every week. Every day. And week, for that matter.
This may very well be our last mission. Let's make it count.
This is the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
It's impossible.
Now some stories you may have heard
You ready?
or catch it for the first time. This is your 5 at 5 with the P-Man.
Number one. Did I do pretty good at that, Patrick? Like our little thing? I tried. A for effort. Maybe not even that. All righty. Blake Harrell did give an update on Bryce Weaver, why he did not play, and it's not great news. Here is the soundbite from Blake Harrell earlier today.
Marlio got his first start the other night at right tackle. Bryce Weaver had surgery last week, so he's going to miss several weeks here. So we had Marlio in there, and I thought he did a pretty decent job for his first start.
Yeah, so tough news there on the Pirate offensive line. Another injury. Obviously had a couple in the preseason, and it's not a great weekend in Pirate athletics. I think volleyball did split the weekend after a win Friday. They fell Sunday at FAU. Soccer has the loss yesterday as well, Patrick. So not a great weekend in Pirate Athletics leading into fall break. Hopefully we can turn it around here in the third full week of October with Tulsa on the docket here on Thursday night. Obviously, it'll be a 7:30 kick. Our Pirate Game Day countdown will begin at 4 o'clock.
So I have a lot of questions to ask Blake Harold tonight, and we'll do it on here on Inside Pirate Athletics at the top of the hour. And, I do think there are a lot of things, as we talked about Friday, and I don't think we were being unfair, that this team has got to get better at. And there's small things they've got to execute better. I was pretty tough on the coaching. Now, I've talked to some people smarter than I, which isn't hard. And they say the coaching they think is good. It's just you're kind of working with what you got. Yeah. Where there are real problems in the corner room. It's either feast or famine there.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you have an injury the caliber of Bryce Weaver being hurt on the offensive line, I don't care how deep the offensive line is or how many you'd like the core guys to be the core guys all season. It doesn't happen anymore. It just doesn't happen. So at least there is some depth there. So there's that adjustment period. I'm just anxious to see how you come out and play against Tulsa. And let me just say this about and I would say this to the fans. There's this, okay, what do we have to play? Well, there's still plenty to play for. You're only 1-1 in the conference.
And you're going to be probably favored in all but one game. Maybe two. But UTSA hasn't really impressed me, just the fact that you're on the road.
Now, they hung a lot of points on Rice.
They did. That's going to be
who I felt bad for?
Who?
Rini.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had that, it was the relatively late game.
7:30,
7:30 game. It's a night game. It drags on forever, and he had to sit there and listen to that Courtney Lyle for 3.5 hours of a blowout.
And then he had to fly home. I hope he just stayed till Sunday morning.
Yeah, he did. They usually, but I'm just saying it's like, it was just a dig on Courtney Lyle. All right, I'm sorry. I'm just professionally unprofessional and jealous. But, I think you got to get out and, it's going to be great weather.
Oh, yeah.
There's only a couple more of these opportunities after this week.
Yeah.
And, again, part of the wanting to be a big-time program is showing up.
Yeah. And look, the last game, the Thursday night attendance, I didn't think was great. I thought the Pirates fans that showed up brought energy. I thought the quality was there, the quantity was not. And now it's about both. Got to have both. But, I would encourage people to show up. Look, it's still a good football team. I don't think they're a great football team yet, but they're still a good football team.
They're far from 3-3.
Yeah.
All right. I'm hoping Allie gets here soon because my battery is dangerously close to 10%. I'm 10%.
All right. Well, we got to get on to number 2, so we're 20% of the way through this. Number 2. I don't know what our number 2 thing sounds like. All right. Number 2 is that Bill Belichick had a press conference earlier today to talk about the dumpster fire that is going on in Chapel Hill. He was kind of called out in this press conference saying, you're one of the worst teams in college football. Do you still believe in the system and what is going on here? Coach Belichick says yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a learning curve. We're all in it together, but we're making a lot of progress, and the process will eventually produce the results that we want to produce, like they have everywhere else I've been. So I'm very confident in that. Players are working hard; they're getting better, and we're going to continue to do that and improve.
He also called the reporting that he was looking for an early exit, or that they were talking about an exit, premature.
Well, that he was going to be exited? Well,
and even he kind of categorically denied it, actually. I should say he denied it. He denied that any of those conversations had taken place.
They might have taken place. He might have not been there for him. I don't think James Franklin was there for his the other day.
No. We'll get to that in a second. Breaking news. Everyone, a little breaking news for you. Pat Welter is confirmed for the Patrick Johnson Show tomorrow.
There you go.
You know what I'm holding up?
1 o'clock?
There you go.
There we go. All right. That's the only thing I get. Oh,
and then we'll figure out the rest coming up in a little bit. We'll have the Tuesday show meeting in the break. Okay. Look, he went up and look, credit to Welter for following. Welter's follow-up question was detailed. It was respectful, but it was what it needed to be, and that was you say this is going in the right direction when some of the markers statistically, to a degree, the eye test, he didn't go there, thankfully, because Belichick would have probably had a little passage to torch him. But, it's interesting to me that you're not going to get much out of it, but he at least denied the fact that he's not committed to the cause. And that they've met about being
it's more of a soundbite than we've ever got for him. Other than maybe
it'll be. I'm still standing by. It'll be done at the end of this year. Maybe if they don't show out well at Cal on Friday night, if that's a bloodbath,
it could be. Cal's average.
Yeah, they'll let him coach Virginia because that'll be a loss.
Yeah,
and then he'll be done.
I can see it. I still stand by. He does not fly to Dublin next year to play TCU.
No, he does not.
No way.
All right, number 3.
All righty, number 3. Well, let's talk about coaches being fired. I'll just quick go down the list, and then we can comment on what we want to talk about. UAB has dismissed Trent Dilford. Penn State, James Franklin. Oregon State, Trent Bray. And the Tennessee Titans, Brian Callahan. 4 coaches fired in the last little over 24 hours.
All right, pull the names back up so I wasn't aware of the Oregon State one. I've been buried under
They're 0-7. They do have Lafayette this week.
Yeah. So,
hey, man, the Leopards or the Lemurs or I don't know what the heck they're called.
I like Lemurs. Let's call them Lemurs. Wake Forest, speaking of average at best football teams, went out there on national television because, yes, the CW is national television.
It is over the air, baby.
And absolutely walked the dog on him. The guy that was quarterback at Duke last year is the quarterback out at
I about said Mensa, but no, it's not Mensa. It is long-haired dreads dude, and
wouldn't run.
Drawing a blank.
Never would run.
Yeah,
he was the quarterback. Now he's the quarterback this year at Oregon State. They're 0-7, and look, I understand they and Washington State are in these very unenviable, somewhat untenable positions.
Yeah.
Does it get any better when it becomes the Mountain West masquerading as the Pac-12?
For them, it can't get worse. At least Washington State went to Oxford, Mississippi this week and looked like
represented
a
themselves.
Yeah, team.
They did. Now I think a lot of that was Mississippi sleepwalking a little bit.
Oh, a lot of that was me for sure. But I don't think Oregon State would have done that though.
No.
I think even if they sleptwalk, I think Oregon State would have looked.
And I think Oregon State is back on the CW this week.
Yes, against those leopards.
Which is yes, as you the leopards of
I think
the lemurs. The lemurs. I think they're the lemurs.
I don't know what the hell they are.
The Dilford thing's not surprising.
I know.
9 wins and did not win a road game at UAB.
It's rough.
And you can win there.
Yeah. Historically, it's an 8-win football team. Even before they canceled the program, they've always been.
Well, they were okay. They were decent. They'd have their years. But the Clark guy did a heck of a job there.
Yeah, he did.
And resurrected that thing. And they put investment in it. They got a new stadium.
Yep.
It's part of trying to revitalize downtown Birmingham, for what that's worth. But, I mean, you're in Alabama. You're in a state that eat, drinks, sleeps, breathes, the whole nine. You can. I mean, they're the third school. Yeah. It's kind of like what East Carolina. You're the institutionally, you're the third school in the state. The third. They ought to be able to have success there.
Yeah.
You're close enough to Texas. Louisiana. You ought to be able to recruit.
South Florida's having success, and they're the fourth school.
Yeah, that's a good point. James Franklin thing is not. Maybe the timing is surprising.
Yeah, I thought they'd let him finish the year, but I understand it.
But the UC, and here's the thing there, and with this, we might need to get Kristovich on some point next week to talk about this. Amanda Kristovich, with the Sports Business Journal Group, they're getting private equity investment at Penn State.
Okay.
So that allows them to pay this without breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw something today. James Franklin until 2031 gets a quarter a second.
Wow.
And then with the Callahan thing, where does this leave Cam Ward?
I know.
Was it a year and a half he was there?
Yeah.
I think the reason bad franchises are bad franchises is because they do stuff like this.
Yeah.
They fire coaches. And I don't know who. I wouldn't. If I'm a young coach on the comeuppance, I don't want that job.
No, because again, like you said, and same thing with Carolina. When you have this much turnover, you struggle. I have a question for you, Patrick, that I guarantee you don't know the answer to, and I hope you don't for the sake of my point. Mike Tomlin now, before that was Bill Cowher, before that was Chuck Noll. Who was before Chuck Noll?
Nobody.
There was somebody. I mean, there had to be somebody.
No, they've only had three.
The franchise was founded in the 20s.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But the point is, you don't know. And why are they good? Because they've stuck with the same three guys. I mean, the guys have all won and relatively early in their career, but still, they've stuck with what works. And that's why the Steelers are always good.
You can't possibly talk about the Steelers being a model for the rest of the NFL because your owner was exposed to the Steelers' way.
I know. And still doesn't know.
As a minority owner, and still didn't know. But look, Levis is hurt.
Yeah.
So they go to Cam Ward. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a reason. I mean, look at the Jets. There's a reason bad teams are bad.
Yeah, I'm with you.
There's a reason bad teams stay bad.
Yep.
All right, what's number 4?
All righty, number 4. AP poll was out for college hoops. Purdue has the number 1 spot. Followed by Houston, 2, Florida, UConn, St. John's. That's your top 5. Duke is 6. North Carolina is 25. I do not believe Memphis made they did not. NC State receiving 101 votes. First team
essentially
not
26.
ranked. Yeah, they're essentially 26. Now, I don't even see any American teams on here. So, not good for the American.
Well, everything you see in the preseason has Memphis as the team to maybe get in. And even if you go deep into the others receiving votes, outside of NC State, it is sort of the people you see that have been in the Final Four in recent years.
Baylor's in there.
Right. But, I mean, Purdue, last year a little bit of a drop, but basically they've been a 1 seed, top 4 kind of seed in the NCAA tournament. Preseason number 1. I'm not as worried about it because it's the preseason, and we've seen in football what that is worth.
Yeah.
Plus, Matt Painter's the coach. And anytime Matt Painter's coaching, I don't think you have to worry. The thing that it is interesting to me is Houston.
Yeah.
Is that Kelvin Sampson? That's the reason, right?
I think so.
It's the style and it's the program.
Yeah, I think that, this is not the best roster he's had, but the Associated Press has no reason to doubt him. He's never given them a reason to doubt him. He has a consistent year every year, and yes, they maybe haven't had the success once they get to the Final Four that they want to have.
Made it to the championship last year, Phil.
But they want more. That's not good enough for them,
right?
Which is fair enough.
They want to win the thing.
Yeah, they want to win it. Yeah. So that's my point. And they, they don't have the sexiest roster. But they find ways, like you said, the style is hard to beat.
And here's the other thing. Everybody thought, okay, well, they're just beating up on the little old American when they go to the Big 12. They've been the best team in the Big 12 since they got there. They're still winning 30 games a year and losing 3 or 4.
Yeah. It's them, it's Kansas, and it's everybody else.
And even then, it's just them and everybody. I mean, Kansas.
Yeah. Kansas not been as consistent.
All right, where are we?
All right, number 5. We are going to talk Panthers football, but that'll be next with Jim Szoke. So we're going to give you a baseball update, which we're going to go farther into. It was not a good first inning for Mr. Yasavage. He allowed 3 runs. Julio Rodriguez took him upper deck, and the Blue Jays trail 3-0 heading to the bottom of the first against Stephen Igo's Seattle Mariners.
What was interesting last night is, and I don't know the guy's name off the top of my head because I haven't watched a lot of Seattle Mariner baseball this year, but they had a starter that went 6 innings.
Yeah, who was it? Wasn't even Gil, it was Miller.
And gave up a home run. Actually had a big volume of pitches in the first inning.
Yep.
Settled in, I think, through less than 70.
Yeah.
If not close to that number. And then their bullpen comes in.
Yep. A depleted bullpen after playing 40 innings.
To my heart. That spoke to my old man heart. Because that's what I like. Yeah. I like the starters going the distance. I don't like this constant we're changing, we're micromanaging.
Yeah.
But that's the way the game is played.
It is.
It's really, the game is much easier to watch now. That's the one thing about this Cubs run. It's brought me, and so I watched some of the game last night. It's brought me back in. It's much because it's more snappy.
Yeah, it is.
It's the pitching thing that just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
It drives me insane. Yesterday, though, was as good a game as you want to watch, pitching-wise.
Oh, I agree. And it wasn't
Beautiful.
bad hitting. It was great pitching.
Yeah.
I thought both managers managed it well, and it made it entertaining. Had they micromanaged, it probably would have been less of a game. But we got to get to Jim Szoke.
Just let me say this:
Okay.
if this stands, big trouble for Toronto going back to Seattle.
Yeah,
big trouble.
they got to win this one.
And then those damn Brewers. I'm rooting like crazy for the Dodgers.
I couldn't pull the Dodgers.
But you know what? I think the Brewers they're death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what's going on with LA and if they can handle that. We'll see.
All righty, that's that. We will have Jim Szoke on the other side here on the Patrick Johnson Show.
The team of Flatlands Jessup is working overtime to help ensure that Eastern North Carolinians like you get the health insurance help you need this open enrollment period. New legislation passed meaning more people than ever qualify for affordable coverage. Let us help you today.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Two real burgers, better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Big tax credits are back. Get a 30% tax credit, up to $2,000 off your new Mitsubishi electric heat pump install. Let Comfort Master help you take advantage of the tax credits with a qualifying Mitsubishi electric ducted heat pump or non-ducted Mitsubishi electric mini splits. Mitsubishi electric mini splits are ideal for bonus rooms, garages, or sunrooms. If you need a new HVAC unit, call Comfort Master today.
Call Comfort Master. Call Comfort Master.
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation from a real person? Right. That's what's so nice about Phelps Chevrolet. After more than 50 years serving our community, Phelps remains family-owned and operated. Mike, Daryl, Wade, West, Alan, and Clay deliver hometown service and integrity, same as always. They share your experience, they share your values, and they are ready to help with any motoring need. Come get you one.
Tired of the 1-800 numbers advertising Medicare products? Flatlands Jessup has 6 offices all throughout Eastern North Carolina. Get face-to-face help from our local award-winning licensed team. Stop by today. Flatlands Jessup, your whole world covered.
Oh, I missed you. We all missed you. Did you miss him?
This is the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
With this radio network, the Panthers will be Jets. One thing I did do before I deep dive back into the is watch the end of the Jets Broncos. I might have had some interest beyond just wanting to watch some football on it. And we were in scoregami mode. It was 11-10 when I saw the matchup. And then I don't understand what the Jets were doing at the end. I don't understand what they were trying to accomplish.
I guess it's thick, it's humid, it's cold, it's England. 62 is a long way. I mean, I agree with you, but I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, I don't understand. I guess you could credit the aggression, but there's a reason that they are over.
Yeah.
Not a good football team.
Let's hope they stay over this week.
Yeah, well, that's, if you're a Panthers fan. Are they?
Their favorite.
Wow.
Coming back.
Oh, it's interesting. Coming back, not won yet. Panthers coming off a big win. Jim Szoke, Panthers Radio Network, and the ECU Sports Network is on the line with us here. We'll have Panther Talk with Jim coming up at 7 o'clock tonight following Inside Pirate Athletics here on 94.3 The Game. All right, Jim, good times in Carolina after yesterday's win. The Panthers, it's been up and down, but here they are, 3-3. It's funny, I don't think there's like a huge. Nobody's happy with 3-3 in Greenville, but it seems like people in Charlotte probably are pretty happy with 3-3 at this point.
I think so.
Yeah. What do you think, Jim? What's the temperature in the Queen City? We have Jim?
Thought we had Jim.
So we're here talking. No Szoke.
No Szoke.
Okay.
Guys, where's Jim? Have you guys called him yet? Anyway, so right now, Blue Jays at the plate here in this one. Well, I guess I'll talk about the Panthers game a little bit. So
you were there.
The crowd was about 50-50.
Cowboys. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm going to let you talk.
All right. Well, so the Panthers 3-3, 30-27, beat Dallas. Bank of America, as Pilk said, he was there, 50-50. Bryce Young looked like a competent quarterback. He did have a pick, but 3 touchdowns, 199 yards. Rico Dowdle continues to be really impressive running the ball. 183 yards following up his huge performance last week. 56 yards receiving for a total of 239. And Dowdle talked about how it was big for the franchise. He played for the Cowboys last year. It was Ryan Fitzgerald, the 31-yarder. His time expired. Give Carolina the victory. And the Panthers will travel to take on the Jets. The thing also, we talked about all the offense, and the rookie receiver had a big day and all of that. But the Panthers defensively, especially against the run, and you could say, okay, well, but the last 2 weeks, the opponents have gotten 50 yards total rushing.
Yeah.
Total.
Great rush defense. Jim, I think we've got you now. Sorry,
Jim, you there?
Technical issue.
5-4.
They must have lost Jim. Guys, call Jim back. Hang up the phone and call Jim back. I think we may have had a, I don't know.
A snafu?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Look, man, this team right now, they're running the ball really well, which is great, and it's fun to see. The tough thing is it's not putting any pressure on Bryce Young, which is good. The problem is now I feel like we're not getting a true evaluation of Bryce Young, right?
Well, I was just saying while you stepped away, I mean, he had 190. He looked like a competent quarterback yesterday.
The only interception was not his fault.
Right.
It was the fact it started raining.
He had the one interception. But he threw for 3 touchdowns and basically passed for 200 yards.
Yeah.
That seems to be a competent NFL quarterback to me.
It does. And but the thing is, they were so worried about stopping the run. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Bryce. He was great, but the thing is it's still like we need to see him take that next step. And when you're running the ball successfully as Carolina, I know. We got to figure out the quarterback situation.
Well, again, it's pretty easy to figure out if you not mortgage the farm.
I know.
You're in a position where you have to.
Yeah, you got to keep him.
You got to stick with him at this point.
Yeah.
It's just what we were talking about with the Titans. I mean, these really cruddy franchises make moves real quick. All right, Jim Szoke. Do I need to repeat everything I said? I actually thought my introduction was.
I think it was good.
Was actually good for once.
Jim, you there?
Szoke?
I'm here now. I'm just dropping in on the show. Sounds like a great show.
First time, long time as we go to the lines, and Jim Szoke Panthers Radio Network and ECU Sports Network. Jim will be in town Thursday for ECU in Tulsa. Let's start, though, with the win yesterday. You know, Pilk, is he picking at nits here to kind of be critical of Bryce Young? Because, look, I think a win is a win.
Is that what we're doing today?
And I thought I'm telling you what Pilk's
doing. I was not critical. I said he was not put in an opportunity to prove to us whether or not. And I'm glad.
No, you said
so well, but we don't know. The jury's still
we
out.
don't know about Bryce Young. And yesterday he threw for 200 yards practically and 3 touchdowns. And the interception wasn't his fault. You even said that.
Yeah. But still, I think the jury's still out. Like, I'm not ready to
crown him. Can he do it?
Well,
no, the question should be, can he replicate that?
I think he can replicate that if we continue to run the ball this successfully. What happens when the run gets stuffed? That's my question.
Rico Suave will take care of that, baby.
All right.
All right, let's bring Szoke in on this. One obviously complements the other. And, man, Dowdle has been fantastic for Carolina.
He's been amazing. I mean, he's been historically good. As you saw, he set a franchise record for yards from scrimmage, 239 yesterday. And both games have been amazing that he started over the past 2 weeks. And, Bryce Young, you said he threw for 3 touchdowns. He had 1 interception, which was not his fault. It was actually on Tedderone McMillan, went right through his hands. But, again, when you've got a running game like that, you manage the game and you do what's asked of you. And he led a 15-play game-winning drive for the field goal. So I think in this case, he did exactly what you would hope, and I think that's a very good performance actually by Bryce yesterday.
The other thing, I was talking about this too a moment ago, the last 2 opponents have rushed for 50 yards, not average 50 yards rushing. That's what they have rushed for. And then last year, Carolina worst in the league against the run. What was it, like 180?
Derek Brown only played 2.5 quarters and tore his ACL. It's got his Achilles. It's got a little bit.
Still.
Yeah.
The numbers are the numbers.
True.
And so that to me is the big thing too. Running the football, as you say, Pilk, and then, Jim, the ability to stop the run at least the last 2 weeks, really, really important.
Yeah, now it's gone from what was the worst run defense ever, basically, to it's a top 10 run defense after what happened the last 2 weeks. I think they're 8th or something in yardage right now. So they've got, again, Derek Brown back. They added in free agency and then to draft some guys along the edge. But honestly, mostly it's just been technique and playing good tackle football. It's not been like a big scheme change or anything dramatic they're doing. I think they're probably compromising as far as getting after the quarterback. Because I will say, as far as the game yesterday, Dak Prescott wasn't pressured or sacked in that game, really. So he was pretty free to roam back there. But you got to pick your poison, I guess, with Dallas. And they kept everything in front of them. Did a good job in stopping the run, as you said, again, to hold. And that's a good running back. Javonte Williams, former Tar Heel, was 3rd in the league in running the ball coming in. The week before was Achane. So, you could say, that's not a good Dallas defense. That wasn't a good Miami defense. As far as the defense and the offenses they've stopped, they've done a good job against, a really prolific running back the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Szoke is with us here. So you've talked to Dave Canales. What does he feel like has been the recipe for success from his perspective and from his staff perspective the last couple times out?
I think it's just it's preaching consistency. So it's kind of like, they have a process. They go through the same things. They haven't changed what they're doing. They've just gotten more effective and efficient at the things that they are doing out there, and we're seeing that come into play. And like with the running numbers, I mean, you've got a completely different right side of the line the last 2 weeks. You had Brady Christensen on the right guard the last 2 weeks, and it was Josh Nijman at right tackle for Taylor Moton yesterday. And they still didn't miss a beat. They didn't, again, lose anything in the running game. They only allowed 1 sack, I think, in the game. So they've continued, despite the fact they're going deep into their depth. The center has been changed out since opening day. So that's 3/5 of your starting offensive line is different. And even things like the receivers, both Xavier Legette and Tedderone McMillan, blocking downfield to help make small, medium runs into bigger runs by, it's not talked about enough what receivers and tight ends can do downfield in the run blocking game. And I think those things all work together hand in glove to make some of the bigger chunks they've been getting.
No, obviously everything you said spot on, but the guy's got to have the vision to find the hole. And not saying Chuba can't, but I mean it's been phenomenal from Rico these past couple of weeks. If you're Chuba Hubbard, you worry about your starting job there, Jim?
No, I think well, for one thing, he signed a 4-year contract last year, so he's probably not worried about much of anything. But Rico's in a contract year. This is the best bargain in pro football probably right now. $2.75 million on a 1-year deal here for the Asheville native. So obviously he's making a huge splash and a case for his next contract in this league. It's a great problem to have. It's funny, I've been on a lot of different sports talk shows today here and elsewhere. And even with Dave Canales, when we did our interview with him today, I said, Dave, I assume you know this, but we had Jonathan Stewart paired with D'Angelo Williams. We had Stephen Davis with Deshaun Foster. This is not a problem like everyone is making it out to be. Like, we got to move one of these guys immediately. I mean, you hang on to both when you got them. You write it out for this year and then worry about it next year. And actually, in the run game, Trevor Etienne has been pretty good. He's not been terrific in the return games, but in the running game, you can see Etienne looks really good out there too. So it's a long season. I mean, Chuba just missed 2 games. It's hard to keep running backs healthy for 17 games. So I say hang on to both of them, and Rico will get paid by somebody next year, or you can choose to be that team and move Chuba at that time. I wouldn't touch it during the season at all.
Yeah. Jim, Cowboys say they were a work in progress. They moved the needle, so we'll bring them up here. What happens in Dallas? I mean, they made the head coaching change, made a bizarre hire, and I don't know. It just doesn't seem like I don't know. They're not anywhere close to a playoff, and I can't imagine. I mean, what turns it around? It's not like there's any repercussions. It's not like the owner's going to fire the GM.
Yeah.
They need to be acceptable on defense. I mean, they really do have one of the best offenses. It's amazing what Dak Prescott has done without CeeDee Lamb all year. I mean, he's not had him. And they've been going. George Pickens stepped up. He had a big game against us yesterday. He had 9 for 168 and a touchdown. Pickens did. Jake Ferguson, probably the best pass-catching tight end in the league this year. I mentioned Javonte Williams, top 3 running backs. So this offense is loaded, and they don't even have everybody back right now. But when you trade Micah Parsons, I mean, you don't trade Micah Parsons. You don't do that. He's like the best defensive chess piece in the entire NFL. You pay Micah Parsons, and you move somebody else if you need to make room for that money there. He's just that good. And it's just, the other pieces around. Obviously, Trevon Diggs is a good corner. Bland was 2 years ago, but he's not had an interception in a year and a half. The year he had 9 is now 2 years ago. So they just don't really have much personnel-wise on the defensive side. So reminds me of the old Michael Vick Atlanta Falcon days. They would have the number 1 offense and the number 32 defense, and they never went anywhere. So kind of what Dallas is. They're sort of a 500 team, and that's kind of what Atlanta was back in those days.
Jim Szoke will be on the call coming up this week for Tulsa and East Carolina on the ECU Sports Network. Golden Hurricane coming off a drubbing at the hands of Memphis, who are obviously a team that a lot of people are think you're going to vie for the conference championship and possibly a playoff spot. So, Jim, Tulsa, it seems like it's never easy for East Carolina against Tulsa. It just always seems like they're a handful. And look, Trey Lamb, brought Gardner Webb here. What was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And I mean, he's one of the bright, creative minds in coaching, and I do think that he will. If there's anybody who can make it work at somewhere like Tulsa, it's Trey Lamb.
No, it's a good hire. I think it's the right kind of hire for that program because they'll make it exciting down there. I was laughing about it's never easy. It ended at the 1 yard line last year down at Tulsa on 4th and 1 on a goal line stand. And that game, if you recall, it got the Pirates bowl eligible as a 6th win as it turned out last year, but they had to earn every bit of that down the stretch. Sure. But, yeah, Trey Lamb did a good job at ETSU in his 1 year after being at Gardner Webb. And, they got some players. I mean, their record's only 2-4, but, of course, they were part of the thing that happened at Oklahoma State. I think it was their win that put it over the top with the coaching change there. But they've got Kirk Francis, when healthy, was a pretty solid quarterback for them, but then he brings over Baylor Hayes from ETSU who can play that position. Mm-hmm. So we'll see which way they go because Francis did have the interceptions in their last game against Memphis. But Dominic Richardson's a dynamic runner. They've got defenders that are having some crazy years. Ray Coney is number 1 in the conference in tackles, and I think he's top 5 in the nation. Elijah Green has 5 interceptions, which is their entire team total. He leads the nation in interceptions, and Jaden Burnett has 6 sacks, which leads the conference. He's top 10 in the nation in that category. So individually, they got some great players. Just they probably collectively don't have all the personnel they need to be a great team yet, but they're dangerous. As we've seen with us the games we've had with them.
And interestingly enough, I guess they're running some 4 down linemen up front. You know, and that seems a little counterintuitive to what at least Gardner Webb was doing a couple of years ago.
And even what he was doing at East Tennessee State.
Yeah, so, you know, and again, that's probably personnel dictated. You know, if you're East Carolina, you obviously know Weaver, so you have that to deal with. Now, you've got a guy who's already got to, you know, start several snaps under his belt. But that's kind of a different thing to do, because that's the strength of Tulsa, is what they present to you up front. So, East Carolina, we come back to what we kind of were talking about with the Panthers, what we've talked about with the got to figure out a way to run the football with some consistency. And the Pirates found that with the freshmen.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say I loved what I saw of T.J. Engelman. I mean, he really brought some juice to the running attack and in the receiving game part of that as well. So I think that's going to be a nice addition. Basically, fresh legs for the second half of the season to add what you already had into the running back room there. So. Yeah, obviously with Caton Hauser, that's always going to be the focal point, and I think you're always looking to make the big splash plays with the long passes when you can with Hauser, but there are times in the game, as we've seen over the first half of the season, where you got to pick up a short yardage situation, you want to be able to run it, and I think Engelman gives them another option in that whole process there.
Hey, Jim, good to talk to you, and we'll look forward to catching up with you next week on radio, and hopefully see you on Thursday.
I should be there Thursday. All right, see you guys.
All right, see you, Jim. All right, we are going to hit a break here, and when we come back, we're going to talk some more Pirate football. Pirates and the Golden Hurricanes, as they say in Pamlico County, Hurricanes. All right, Patrick Johnson Show, 94th game. Stay with us. Athletics coming up top of the hour and much more. So don't you dare go away. Pope and I will join you coming up after rejoin coming up.
The team of Flatlands Justice is working overtime to help ensure that Eastern North Carolinians like you get the health insurance help you need this open enrollment period. New legislation passed meaning more people than ever qualify for affordable coverage. Let us help you today.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Big tax credits are back. Get a 30% tax credit, up to $2,000 off your new Mitsubishi electric heat pump install. Let Comfort Master help you take advantage of the tax credits with a qualifying Mitsubishi electric ducted heat pump or non-ducted Mitsubishi electric mini splits. Mitsubishi electric mini splits are ideal for bonus rooms, garages, or sunrooms. If you need a new HVAC unit, call Comfort Master today.
Call Comfort Master. Call Comfort Master.
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation from a real person? Right. That's what's so nice about Phelps Chevrolet. After more than 50 years serving our community, Phelps remains family-owned and operated. Mike, Daryl, Wade, Wes, Alan, and Clay deliver hometown service and integrity, same as always. They share your experience, they share your values, and they are ready to help with any motoring need. Come get you one.
Tired of the 1-800 numbers advertising Medicare products? Flatlands Jessup has 6 offices all throughout eastern North Carolina. Get face-to-face help from our local award-winning licensed team. Stop by today. Flatlands Jessup, your whole world covered.
Beep, beep. Move over, Buttercup. We're back to the show.
They're back! And I love them!
This is the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
Lead you into Inside Pirate Athletics. Right now, ALCS Game 2 going on. Trey Savage on the bump for the Toronto Blue Jays. He did put a 3 spot in the first inning. Report in the bottom half. And he was able to get through the top of the second unscathed. So right now, bottom at second, 3-2 in favor of the Seattle Mariners. And we welcome Patrick Johnson back in, who, the man of many talents, was having to have conversations about his next show. And Patrick, you're just on so many darn shows.
It's amazing.
I know. Pulled in so many different directions.
Well, it's the life I've chose, Bill.
Marconi Award finalist for the 3rd straight year.
Yes, and let the record show that this will be the 3rd year that I have been of the Marconi-nominated station. But I was 2 years ago part of 2 stations, ours and another station in another state, and lost the most. I was the Marconi that night.
Yeah.
Two time.
Hey, it's better to get there and lose.
Now makes a three-time Marconi loser, with the potential to be a four-time.
Let's hope.
Marconi loser.
Let's hope you're not. Let's hope you're
I think we're going to win this year.
Yeah, I think we're due.
You know what? It's interesting. And we're talking 1037. Our talks. They are up, which is the, what would you say, the Grammys or the Oscars of.
Yeah.
And we're in the medium market category. Medium.
Yeah.
Like size.
Yeah.
And but we're in there with Buffalo. Seems like an
How the hell are we the same size as Buffalo?
That's what I'm, and like Fort Lauderdale, which is a sizable area.
Before it was the media market, I just figured it was under the Miami market.
No, it's its own market.
Wow, I know it's big enough to be. It's just so geographic.
And I think there's something from Ohio. I could be wrong, but I mean, point is, it's like maybe Boise's in there. But I mean, like if you say the names of places, they're places that most people say, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that."
But most people have not heard of.
Unfortunately, and I still get this all the time, people say Greenville, they say, oh, South Carolina. No. Are we going out in a couple of morning?
Yeah, I think we'll go out at 53.
Okay. So we're at tiebreakers. Patrick Johnson and Philip the Rep Pilkington. Yeah, the Jays got 2 back, and they must win for right now. Obviously, it buys a little more life for Trey Savage, which is good because that it means he's getting a little bit of run work. I don't think he's terribly long for this game. I don't think he'll be there like the pitching performance they got last night by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
And we didn't get much of a chance to talk about the Dodgers. Brewers, but I really do feel like, boy, there's some trouble in store for the Dodgers because this Brewers team, maybe not in Los Angeles, but certainly in Milwaukee, are going to be tough.
They're going to be really tough. What worries me about the Brewers right now is their inability to hit home runs.
But that's their whole year.
I know, but it seems like when you get timely ones, I'm not going to get a live and die with a home run ball. I hate when teams live and die by the home run ball.
Going to come back to just tie it, by the way.
Yeah, this little RBI single there, right up the middle.
So And it's Thanksgiving in Canada.
It is.
You know that?
It is. Thanksgiving in Canada, Columbus Day here.
And they moved the, well, if you're Tim Walls, it's indigenous. And I'm a indigenous person.
Oh, well,
if
I offended you because I would not be.
No, I'm just saying I'm an indigenous person.
Okay.
And it's Columbus Day.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. And I have
right?
No. Chippewa. Flowing through my Indian veins.
Are you a Central Michigan fan?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I was curious.
No. Because they are the Chippewa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine are more Dakota, Canadian, Montana, Chippewa. Anyway. On the game that you were saying is the Super Bowl preview. In some ways it was, because the officials took really good care of Kansas City last night. There were at least a half dozen, maybe more, missed calls. And then there was a haha, if I may evoke a little French, after the game between the two teams.
Well, probably because, the Lions were ticked off that they were getting hosed. But, the NFL could not have Kansas City called a 2-4. God forbid Tay's boyfriend. And we just can't live like that.
Can't live life like that.
I mean, could you imagine the freaking Panthers? I mean, it was some 15s the last time they had a worse shirt.
Could happen. Could have happened.
They started 1-5 that year and made the playoffs. But I don't know why they couldn't have started 2-4 this year.
Well,
they had a cheap fool.
So there you have. There's a Monday night football doubleheader tonight. Chicago, Washington, and then who?
Bills.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Bills coming off a loss to the Patriots, who found themselves 2 in a row, right?
Yeah, they've won 3. Heck, they beat the Panthers week.
Yeah.
3 in a row. And with that schedule, all they do is not below.
Have a pulse. All right. Well, we're close to the end, Pilk. Is that right?
Yeah, got my official clock here. I thought you were going to have the official clock.
I'll get it. No, what are we going out by?
53:50.
Okay.
And all I see is the...
that's just fine. I'd rather look if you can pull us back up. Got it. Tomorrow on the show, I like that better. That's more readable. I like that better than the one I looked.
And as you said that,
I got it, though. Don't worry about it. I got it. So, all right. We'll just join you today. We are at Tiebreakers. Will be here in a few minutes, top of the hour. And come on out. Tomorrow on the show, get two of you. Pat Welter from WRN, who has been all over the and we're also going to have tomorrow. All right, back tomorrow, Patrick.
I think Don will be on the beach with Henry and Mike.
Smells it coming in. All right. We get up there. We're in there.
It's time to soak up the savings at Greenville Toyota. Summer is here with hot deals on a great selection of new Toyotas, like a Corolla, $189 a month, or Tacoma, $279 a month. Soak up the savings at Greenville Toyota.
Your confidence makes everything look good. You see the world in vivid color, not black and white. Swing through your neighborhood Fantastic Sam's Cut in Color and let our experienced stylists take you from everyday to extraordinary.
Fantastic Sam's hair salons are locally owned and operated. Our full-service salons are conveniently located in Goldsboro, Kinston, Greenville, New Bern, Jacksonville, and Calabash. Stop in today at Fantastic Sam's, where the possibilities are endless.
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro-adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Other restaurants claim their food is fresh and fast, but are they friendly? At Moore's, you're treated like family the minute you walk into their doors. With locations in Winterville, New Bern, Swansboro, Morehead City, and Jacksonville, we've been practicing what we preach since 1945. At Moore's, our barbecue is slow-cooked and smoked over real wood daily until it's so tender it's falling off the bone. Combined with our fresh chicken, cooked-to-order seafood, and homemade fixins, we're sure you'll agree. If it's not Moore's, it's less.
The sun is out, and so are the deals at Greenville Toyota. Soak up the savings on a hot selection of new Toyotas, like a Camry, $229 a month, or RAV4, $289 a month. Soak up the savings at Greenville Toyota.